Hey, we're back. Welcome to Just the Clip, JTC. New and improved. We got a different producer. Fuck Cody Hucker. That's what I say.
Yeah, fuck Cody, dude. We found out he's legitimately a Nazi, and we said we can't have him around. So we got a guy that paid $200 for a My Chemical Romance jacket. And there's no way he thinks he's the best in the world. So
well, that was only like half. That was like only half the cost of one of the tickets. So that's not bad.
No white supremacist has ever cut their wrists.
I should have kept that to myself. It's way funnier when it was just between him and I.
Well, I bought tickets to that. That coat was cheaper than that.
No, it rocks. How much was the coat?
It was too much.
How much was the coat?
Too much.
How much was the coat?
So it was over $100.
Okay, 200?
No.
That's not bad.
It's not that bad.
It was like 110, 150.
Yeah,
That's not that bad.
at all.
That's not that bad.
Hoodies now are like 60 or 70.
Yeah.
It's
They
insane.
were supposed to be, truth be told, like the first concert I was going to go to in like 7th grade. But
Yeah.
when my brother drove me to Columbus, it was closed and canceled. So they never played. I never got to see him. So I finally got to see him in Chicago. And I was like, yeah, it's worth the money. Why not?
Yeah, that rocks. Yeah. Well, glad we made fun of you for it. For that sentimental moment that you had. I wanted to go to that concert, but then Jeremy's daughter was going and we can't be in the same room. So not after what happened. Anyways, so what are you drinking there, Jeremy? What are you chomping on?
I tried to make a protein smoothie.
What? You tried?
No, they're good. They're like, so I was trying to make it like, and then I would freeze.
How much cum is in it?
No cum. I would freeze it. It's protein
cum
powder.
or the-
It's not cum. It's powder.
It's powder. It's not cum. Jeremy's snorting dried cum. It's powder.
So I thought I would freeze it, and then when I carried it around at work, by the time it's time for lunch, it'd be like thawed out, but it's still frozen. It's been all day, so this is a.
Yeah, it's the winter.
Well, also these
You're in a
thermoses.
car all day.
These thermoses keep the
same
stuff cold
temperature?
too. Yeah, way too long.
Yeah, wow. Good story, though. I'm glad we waited on it.
You fucking ass.
Spice it up a little bit. Give it some fucking flavor.
I'm sorry, there's not cum in it.
What kind of protein shake is it? Tell me about it.
Chocolate, almond milk with ice, vanilla protein powder, and peanut butter powder.
It's just like such a fat guy thing still. It's so
What's in your healthy protein drink?
It's a
Well,
malt.
chocolate.
It's a malt. It's a malt from UDF. That is what
I
it
made
is.
one with blueberries once.
Once. Not gonna make that mistake again. You fucking fat piece of shit. Jesus Christ.
Well, we'll see if a couple months of drinking these.
A couple months of drinking this chocolate fucking milkshake every day. I wonder what you'll look like. Probably the guy sitting next to you. Anyways, man, how have you been? Good?
I got 40-calorie bread.
What?
Yeah, I'm good.
40-calorie bread sounds like a terrible rapper. What is 40-calorie bread? What the fuck does that mean?
No, I bought this bread. It's only 40 calories a slice, and it just tastes like bread. So I'm like, why don't they make all the bread like not?
Well, what? How many?
Yeah, like a piece of bread's like 200 can be like 200 calories.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's insane.
Damn, that's probably my problem.
Yeah,
Maybe that's why keto is like the godsend to everybody.
It
Yeah.
is.
Well, isn't keto just Atkins?
pretty much. It's like a revamped Adkins, I think.
No bread, just meat.
It makes no sense because Coop did it, and he lost a bunch of weight.
But he also has MS.
Right. But he would just sit in the back of the Go Bananas kitchen and scrape off the cheese and bacon from
What a diet.
the
MS
potato
is.
skins, and then he would lose weight. And I was like, this doesn't make sense. You eat like a fat guy, but
Yeah, because he has MS, multiple sclerosis.
well, I might be developing that too. So we'll see how I look in a couple months.
You got one already. You're working up to 2 scleroses.
Yeah.
I got one sclerosis right now.
Yeah,
It
SS.
might be a couple.
But not the Cody SS.
Yeah, not the go. We got rid of that part of our podcast. There's no more fucking racism on Just a Clip from now on.
Anyway, I want to tell you this story about Indians.
Wait, what kind?
the dot kind?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
God, kind.
No. Okay, tell me your racist story.
So I was delivering to this drive-through.
Yeah, and do the voice.
Oh, I will. And
And do the voice so for when anything good happens to me,
I don't know how to do it.
It'll be over so quick.
Shane Gillis.
Yeah, but by him.
someone always told me they pronounce 3 as tree. That's how you do it. So you go 1, 2, 3. I'm not gonna do it. But
You just did it. You just did it.
anyway, he's Jewish.
Somebody told me the N-word was. Anyways, I'm not gonna say it, but
I just Kanye'd myself, didn't I? I'm not gonna do it.
yeah,
Here it is.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what kind of doctor he was. He was a Jewish doctor. I mean, that was seriously one of the funniest videos I've ever seen in my life. It was Michael Scott, racist Michael Scott. Really good.
Yeah.
Go with your racist story.
Okay, well, I'm not the racist in the story. Just in the telling of the story, I'll sound a little racist. Because I'm going to... Well, anyway.
Listen, this story's best friend is an Indian. So...
No, I was like delivering. It was more like me being awkward like I always fucking am. I was delivering this drive-through, and the guy...
of course, it was a drive-thru.
Yeah. The guy that was like... I was selling the beer to, and he was like writing me a check. He goes like, you think I could get like a hoodie from you guys? I was like, I don't know, man. He's like, well, I know all those Indians are always like, we need t-shirt, give me t-shirt. I was like, Jesus. And so then he was like writing the check, and he just goes like, fuck, I fucked up. And I was like, hey, man, it's cool. We all say racist stuff sometimes. And then he was like, no, I meant I fucked up writing the check. And I was like, oh, shit. He's like, I don't care about the Indians. He's like, Jesus, I gotta go.
What? That wasn't a fuck up. I meant what I said. I fucking put the wrong day on the goddamn check. Sometimes when I'm racist, I get mixed up on if it's Thursday or Friday because those are my racist days.
I was just like, well, I gotta go. Sorry. I felt so fucking awkward. I was like, mail that check in.
Also, you're like, oh, it's cool, dude. We all say racist stuff.
No,
like,
I didn't actually say that. I just went, it's okay, I thought he was really talking about what he said because it was wild to me, and he was like not talking about that.
It's cool, dude. You should hear me when I'm in my car alone. You should hear me on the way over here. It's crazy. Oh, man. Well, that's a fucking fun story. That's classic JTC right there. That's a clip.
To be fair, there are a lot of Indians that run gas stations and stuff, but they're like the mob now, man. They're like mean. Like one of them yelled. I was delivering to one gas station. One of them yelled at a black lady and called her the N-word, and I was like, "Oh shit!" And it was like going down, like smacking people. I'm like, Indians aren't taking no crap anymore.
The people behind the counter were smacking customers.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
a huge fight.
How did you not get that on camera?
Because I was like in shock. I was like, should I leave? Every
Should
time I
I
go
join
somewhere and
in
a
this?
fight breaks out, I'm afraid I'm going to get shot. Like there's going to be a gun that's going to be brought into play, and I got
Why? Because they were both minorities?
No, just anytime.
Racist. You fucking profiler.
It happens in fucking Middletown where everyone's white. I don't know.
Not everybody's white in Middletown.
I mean, I've seen
You're
people
thinking
from
Hamilton.
Middletown that they get mad about waiting in line at UDF and go to their car and get their shotgun, and I'm like, all right, this is fucking.
Dude, I saw a guy in El something. It's almost like Elvira, Ohio, or
I know what you're talking about. Elvira.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a name in Game of Thrones, So I was up there, and this guy was in the line at Chipotle, and his order was like $10, which is like pretty good. And he goes, I'm not paying all that bullshit, and like went out to his car, and it looked like he was going to get his gun, and I was like, this fucking rocks. I hope he kills us all. I hope he kills us all because he got charged double for 2 things of chicken. That fucking rocks, dude.
I don't know how you remain so cool.
Because I'm ready to die at all times.
I mean, I just don't want to die in a
Dude,
gunfight.
do you realize, listen, there's a pretty good chance that they're not going to kill you, too.
True, I guess.
You could just get shot.
But I don't know, man.
And then you'll get on AGT.
I just suck as a person, because even when I was in GameStop, the guy in front of me in line just started having a seizure, and I ran out of the store.
Wait, the guy at games, like the employee or the dude in front of you?
No, just the dude in front of me. He just started like falling over the rack, and I thought he was goofing around, and then he was just like,
You thought he was goofing? What
yeah,
a
'cause we
goofy
were like-
joke.
You thought it was so funny you just left him in the store.
Well, this game's not going to be better than that. I'll think about that for the next 10 days.
my fight or flight kicked in, and I flew. And then the GameStop employee, like came out around the desk and was like holding him, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not that guy." I guess
You're like,
suck, dude.
some guy's having a seizure in front of you, and you're like, "Sorry, I'm not a hugger."
My anxiety just goes into overdrive. I freak out. I don't know what it is.
That fucking rocks, dude.
Those things fucking freak me out.
Was he okay?
I don't know. I left.
And you never came back.
What game are you going to get? You were in line to buy something.
I don't remember. This was a few years ago.
Oh, I thought you were working.
It was at the Northgate one.
Oh yeah.
You're probably familiar. Yeah, and then I just saw the like ambulance there and shit, but I didn't go back and check. It's like when the guy got
Where
ran
did you
over.
go? Where did you go to relax after watching somebody else have a seizure?
I think IHOP. I don't know. Well, there's an IHOP right there.
Oh, have you seen people like seize out before?
Not really, not in front of me like that. My dog used to when I was a kid, but not like a person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. You're just supposed to fucking hug them, right? Like you're supposed to like make them all tight or whatever.
I don't know. Well, there was this girl in my high school grade that would have seizures all of the time. All
Yeah.
of the time. And it was just kind of like you just told somebody about it if you saw it happening. Like one of the teachers will deal with it.
Yeah,
It was just a regular occurrence.
Well, there was like a guy I worked with at Home Depot that had him, but they would just let him drive the forklift anyway. It made no
What?
sense. Yeah. And he would like have them. I was never around.
That's like the biggest red star.
I know. It was insane. But Home
Seizure-
Depot was crazy because I just dropped. I ran the forklift through an oven once, and all you do is you just have to go get drug tested. I dropped like 2 John Deere tractors because I tried to stack 3 on top of them. They fell over. That's the only job I got fired from. But
dude, seizures are scary.
yeah, they freak the
That
hell out
like
of me.
freaks me out more than anything, I think.
Yeah, that's like my biggest fear. I think most of my anxiety is that my brain is going to shut down. And I'm going to.
What?
I don't know. It's just scary.
It's scary
Seeing it
because
in person is also freaky.
It's
as fuck.
scary because like you can't drive, you
Right.
can't fucking do anything anymore. You're just because you had one seizure. They're like, well, you're fucking grounded.
Well, like in our buddy,
You fucking stop rolling around on the ground like that, you freak.
our buddy had like a stress related one, and then they put him on meds that put him in the psych ward because they fucked with his brain chemistry so bad.
Yeah, isn't it cool, dude? Fucking yeah. Fucking this got fun really quick.
Yeah. Anyway, I also saw a guy get run over by a semi truck, and that was
Dude, what the fuck? When?
outside the casino.
When was this?
I was getting gas on Route 50 in Lawrenceburg, and I just hear this big semi go, like just laying on its horn, and then it drives past. I was like, wonder what that was about. And I just hear someone going, "Oh my god!" And I'm like, "Oh fucking Christ!" And I was like so scared to like go look at
And
him.
then you left?
So I waited. I was like, I'm gonna wait in my car until the ambulance arrives, but I'm not gonna do anything about it. So I just sat there and watched everyone run around, and then.
You
felt-
sat there like a fucking death voyeur, like you're like a
I
fucking.
just didn't know what to do.
You're like a vulture. You just like hover around these.
Well, that
things.
lady jumped off the parking garage, and I was like, I don't want to go see some more fucked up, gnarled dude.
He
on the
watched a
road
fucking
or
lady
whatever.
jump off a parking garage and then just went home. He didn't do anything then either.
Warn anyone. Or
He's like, they'll find her.
It was downtown Hamilton. Everyone knew. It was funny though when she jumped because the cops were driving the other way and totally just drove past someone killing themselves. Everyone's like, "Oh my god!" And I was like,
Yeah, they were like, oh, they love the police. They're cheering us on, dude. They were like, oh my God, it's the cops. Yeah, we love the cops.
"No, I brought up that we talked about that in the first episode." But
Yeah, but I mean, I didn't know that it was all connected to this series of deaths that you have, like, that you're just always around.
about it, series.
It's like Final Destination. It's like Final Destination, but like a guy that's like the camera guy for Final Destination.
That's less than a handful of times in my years.
That's a lot of time. You know how many people I've seen die? One. He's seen 0 people die.
Well, you gotta open your eyes, man.
Seen one person.
I don't want to see it.
Then,
I can't help it. It just happens.
But you want to hang around the aftermath.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you hung around to make sure what? To make sure what?
My conscience.
What did you think was going to happen?
Well, my conscience told me I would be a bad guy if I just left the scene, so I waited, even though I didn't do anything to contribute to helping. But yeah,
You are, dude. I think you might be a bad person.
yeah. I mean, I'm wrestling with that.
I'm surprised you even ran away from that too. You
It's
fucking
more
piece of-
my anxiety just gets a hold of me, and I like lock. I don't know. I'm just like, man, I can't help people. Like, all right, I'm gonna. Even though this is gonna be very more self-incriminating. My birthday, one year, I went down. There's like a UDF near my apartment. I walked down to buy some beer or whatever. It was kind of like late. It was like 10 o'clock at night or whatever. And this lady just comes in all bloody. She's like, yeah, he beat the shit out of me. And I was like, what? And I was like, at the cash register? And the UDF person's like, hold on, what? And then I was like, I was like, she has my card. And I'm like, can I just leave? You have my shit. And she's like, no, hold on. We got to take care of this lady first. I'm like, now I'm a fucking part of this. I was like, where is he coming after you still? Because I'm like, I don't want to be in here. He shows up with a gun and then blows us both away. Because she's like asking me to take I was like, I don't want pictures of you on my phone. I just don't want to be involved in this. It's like, I don't know who this guy is. And what the fuck? I don't know, man. And then literally like a week later, Kelly Collette posted like this whole thing online. Like, this woman wandered her way on my lawn, and she was like beat up, and I helped her, and we sat together, and I took care. And I'm like, God, I'm such a piece of fucking shit.
Dude, it was probably that lady. She was like, this fat fuck.
You know what? It probably was because I ran into Kelly at that Kroger, so it was probably the same neighborhood.
Dude, you fucking left that lady to fucking bleed out because her husband.
Well, clearly she went back if it's the same lady, and UDF didn't help her at all.
She probably went and fucking was describing you like this guy at UDF kept being like, no, I don't want pictures of you on my phone, you ugly bitch.
Well, I was even like, I don't even need the beer. I can just get there. Like, no, sir. Like, we got to figure this out. I'm like, why do I have to? That sucks. Now I want to get out of there. I don't know.
That fucking sucks.
You would be the biggest bummer to see in like a life or death situation.
Yeah, dude. What's gonna do?
It would be like you would either be like completely apathetic and you're just like, I don't
I think when I
or
was
you would
younger,
be like, well,
I
I'm
was
like
more
my
that.
schedule is really busy right now. Like, it's like
I don't want to be.
I can't be involved.
I can't really take on the emotional trauma that you have.
I don't want to be George Costanza pushing everybody out of the way.
You are George Costanza.
You are. You're Larry David, George Costanza. It's the same character. It's the same fucking person. It's the guy that just fucking doesn't have the time for anyone else but his own bullshit.
It's not bad.
Oh, sorry, I have to get up at 6. I'm sorry your husband hit you because you didn't have dinner ready, but sorry. Sorry. I had to get this beer and go home so I could drink myself to sleep and forget about you.
That's not the narrative.
That is the narrative. The narrative is that Jeremy fucking goes and gets a couple fucking IPAs and just drinks it away.
Well, yeah, after that, I was like,
I deserve a beer. Wow, I really went through something tonight. The lady
It got me all riled up.
The lady wouldn't give me my card back.
I had to hear about this woman's problems.
No, I didn't
Listen,
know.
I'm beginning to understand why he hit her. It's like, shut up. We all have fucking issues. Jesus.
What was weird was she was also like,
Dude, you were fucking nuts. Like, it's so crazy. Not 2 days ago, we were just talking about how good of a person you were. I'm not even kidding. Like, for a big part of the Bastards, either the Patreon or the fucking regular episode, was you talking you how funny you are and also how good of a person you are. and now I have to take it all back. That's crazy. When this comes out in 6 months,
well, give me a fifth chance. Maybe
you do when cards are on the table. You do not. You just like quit.
I don't know, man. I didn't used to be like this. It's just I don't know why.
Yeah, but why is it always flight?
I don't know. I'm scared of everything. That's why I never leave my apartment.
But you had nothing to be
in
afraid
your
of.
apartment, you.
Yeah, but I have my room.
Oh, I have my room. I'm like Rivers Cuomo. In the garage. I feel safe. I'm Fat Rivers Cuomo.
I didn't say Hail Hitler.
Did he?
Yeah, it was like a famous Osaka incident.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up. Look it up, Luke. Our not fascist producer.
Because every time he says something, people try to reference it, and he'll be like, "Well, he like hates it."
And what's he say?
It's like I think it's Osaka in 2002. Yeah, there
Osaka incident.
He thought they liked Hitler, so he was like, "Hail Hitler" or whatever, and they were like,
Wait, was
"Whoa."
The gamer moment?
No, that may be that one.
No, it wasn't an interview. It was when they were on stage.
So Osaka Hitler, just try Osaka Hitler maybe.
Well, that didn't help.
Oh, nurse says hail Hitler.
No,
Oh. 207,000 views though. Is that what it takes? Dude, okay, so not to change the subject because I don't know if we're gonna find it, but what's their dicks? 4x3. They tagged me in this like reel today, and it was the Trump motorcade joke, but like,
yeah.
I mean, it was like cut to hell. Like they were.
Is that why you reposted your North Carolina one?
Well, no. The thing is, I had that ready anyways. Like it was just like I had that ready, but it was cut to hell, and I accidentally untagged myself from it, and now it's got like 150,000 views and like 3,000 likes, and people are like, "This is great." And I'm like, "It sounds terrible."
The one that you
it sounds like I'm bombing, and then the end, it sounds like I'm like the end is good, but like,
why do we just have the worst luck?
and then I'm like, "Oh, people are gonna hate this," and so I posted the full joke. I was like, "That's fine," but I accidentally untagged myself, so I was like, "Ah, fuck." Because it says review, like if you want to be a collaborator,
yeah.
and it says accept or decline. I hit decline on accident. So I was like, fuck. But I was like, well, that's fine because this is not doing well anyways. And then it fucking started taking off, and I'm like, God damn it, dude.
Yeah, that's how I feel about everything.
Dumb as hell. Did we find it?
No video, but we do have, or no link to the video yet, but we have people talking about it.
I swear
on
I've seen it.
There's a video of it. Not everyone saw the swastikas though, which made a lot of people.
But even if you see swastikas, you shouldn't go "Hail Hitler, motherfuckers" or whatever.
Wait, so he saw swastikas and was like, "Fuck yeah, dude." That's a worse reaction.
Dude, Rivers.
He was high on painkillers.
He's eccentric.
He saw swastikas.
Yeah, he took some Ambien.
Heil Hitler, motherfucker.
What? Fuck you!
The fucking comments you were getting were insane.
On that Tucker joke?
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking wild. But then yesterday a bunch of I don't know, like liberal trolls went on there and were just like, you guys are fucking pussies. And I was like, oh Jesus. Like, so now people are just fighting.
Well, when you messaged me like, I'm gonna make the podcast private, and I was like, what? I thought you were just being a bitch. And then I went and read them. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, like people were like, I mean, legitimately fucking mad. I will say, these are some comments I got. These are the comments I got last night on the pop punk joke, and it's honestly really funny. This dude was so mad. This guy goes, dude is stuck up his own ass. I love pop punk and emo. Wouldn't say they're my absolute favorite genres, but still, you don't get to fucking shit on people's tastes. And then like he
just shit on you.
Yeah, right. And then he goes, I absolutely hate this kind of attitude this cunt gives. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude, you fucked a kid. You fucked a child. Yeah, it was crazy, man. I was like, Yeah, on that joke, I'm like, if people don't like it, I'm like, okay. It's usually like pop punk and emo aren't the same. It's like I just blanket it so people know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because most people don't know what the
you're
fuck
not specifying any. Yeah.
Right. It's about brand new, you stupid fucks. That's who it's
But
about.
there's also a bunch of those
It's
guys
about
that are
newfound glory. Lost profits.
There's always like, oh, he, video. Yeah. Some of it stays digitally, but it's like people are soliciting like nudes from like underage kids. I mean, it's not even just emo. Like Lars Fredrickson from Rancid, literally in his song on his like solo album, he goes, "Slept with underage women," and like it's like admitting it in the fucking lyrics.
Dude,
It's
there's
like,
so many. Rock and roll is like fucking.
David Bowie, all those guys did.
Winger. She's only 17. It's like
She's just 17. And,
yeah, there's just fucking. It's like
fuck you, Alex. The Beatles.
Beatles are a bunch of pedophile wife beaters. A bunch of child wife beaters. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know. That joke's about brand new. Everybody chill out.
But it is funny how they also sing about being a teenager when they're 40.
Right, that's like the whole thing. It's like
no one else does.
The thing about the internet
just
is
sing
like
about.
it's always like this is so like everything has to be like a deeper.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to fucking overanalyze everything. It's like sometimes things are just what they are.
What didn't weird me out when I was in high school? It's
Well, yeah,
weird
because
to go-
you're in high school. You're
Right.
like, yeah, dude, 16-year-olds are hot. You're right.
But then when you go to a concert as an adult, it was very weird.
Yeah.
Like,
My friend's over you.
because even when like Blink-182 got more emo and started writing new music, they didn't age it. They still talked about being teenagers, and I was like, what the fuck?
Hello there, standing next to your locker.
So I can't wait for that new album now that Tom's back. It's going to be about aliens and underage pussy.
Hey, dude, there's no underage pussy in space. They age a little different up there, brother. Yeah, we're all fucking like one in light years, so.
Oh fuck!
That's fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, I figured space had something to do with the time.
Yeah.
It's like dog years or whatever.
Yeah, space time, ripping the space time.
Yeah.
Ripping that space time continuum, dude.
I'm not smart enough to know that because I'm only 16 also.
What? Would you stop moving the fucking
Yeah, I know. It's very
microphone?
loud.
Yeah, and you keep doing it. You're like,
because it doesn't stay, it like droops and I don't know.
It droops.
It droops.
yeah, make it hard.
Greg droops. It
That's Greg Proops after he has a stroke. Greg droops. That's fun.
whose flatline is it anyway? Now we're really
Now we're cooking, baby.
oh, this is terrible.
We're back. No, dude, this fucking episode has rocked.
It's
if
just
I'm
me being a
honest.
bad person. I don't like it at all.
Jeremy, this whole podcast is you being a bad person.
I'm gonna work on being
Every
a better
fucking
person.
every fucking episode is you. I bullied an old man.
Oh well, that was funny.
I did this the other day, and it was mean.
I'm very nice. I bought. Oh, you would know about this because the mics were so bad. Bought a whole mic set for that Dumb 20s show because it's
Oh, nice,
The
yeah.
show's dumb, but they're
That's
using like
very
toy
generous of
Barbie
you.
microphones. It was insane. I was like, just get a real microphone.
It's very generous of you. They've had mic
Thank
issues.
you.
Like
Yeah, I didn't do it for
every
that, but
time
I
I've been
appreciate
to that
it.
mic, they've had mic issues every time. Yeah.
yeah. Well, they're like little Barbie toy microphones. It's crazy.
Like almost like T-Pain microphones. That'd be pretty funny, actually. Like, dude, fucking imagine roast battling with a T-Pain microphone that big.
Are those still around?
You're a band. Yeah, dude, T-Pain microphones fucking rocked.
I only knew about it from that Mike Cody album.
Yeah. I wish we could get like a voice emulator right now.
This is the T-Pain mic I remember.
Yeah.
It looks like that?
No, that's
Oh.
that's the T-Pain mic. T-Pain effect.
I learned that guy can actually sing really well.
Yeah, he's a fucking amazing singer, which is crazy because he uses autotune all the time, and then you hear him without it, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Didn't that what our pal Ricky Glore tried to use on his song?
Oh yeah, what was it?
Didn't he use some auto-tune on the date night?
We haven't fucking played that in a while, and honestly, I'd like a little throwback. So look up "Date Night" by Ricky Glore.
I'm pretty sure he uses auto-tune, and it's still like really.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Key.
Yeah.
He also lost a lot of weight. I saw.
Good for him.
He's a skinny bitch.
Oh, I don't. Sorry.
What did you do?
I don't.
Well, we're bringing Cody. Will be back next week, everybody.
Great. Yeah, we had to bring
Knoxley won him,
racism back because he knows how to use the goddamn thing. Oh,
Yep.
perfect. Great. See, this is what happens when you hire a liberal to do something.
The South will rise again, and so will the volume next week.
It is funny. It's funny to watch on mute, to be honest. Because you can actually like look at her face and be like, I don't want to. This is not what I signed up for. I thought this was supposed to be a comedy thing.
I'm so sorry.
God, that's wild.
God damn it, dude.
Why'd he leave this online?
It's crazy the stuff he has online, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, I like him. He's cool.
He's a good guy.
Do you have to? Should you try to be hot when you do comedy now? Is that like the
Dude,
thing?
that is what it fucking I was going to bring this up too. That's fucking crazy because I was like thinking about like how much my reels have done well. And I'm like, every joke has to be perfect or else it's not going to fucking go because because people think I'm ugly. People call me chumley.
Well, so many of the comments
People
were
say,
about like how you look, and I was like, "What the fuck?" It's not even has anything to do with the jokes. It's
nothing
just, like,
to do with the joke. It's just like I look like shit, so fuck you.
And then I guess someone, because I brought it up, and then someone told me that there was like a tweet that was like, comedians seem to be getting hotter, and I'm like, fucking finally, and I appreciate it. I'm like, that wasn't never supposed to be for hot people. It's
not supposed to be for fucking hot people. You guys aren't funny. Fucking
like,
take
it's
a
a
seat.
visual medium, and I'm like, I guess, but I listened to a lot of albums. It wasn't always visual, but I mean, I guess now with specials and everything, it's more visual. But I'm like, I don't know. And
but if you're not hot, then you have to fucking make that your thing. And it's like, I don't want to be the fucking ugly guy.
right.
I don't want to be, oh, look at me. I'm so fucking ugly. Isn't that hilarious?
But it's crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. I heard a story about like a comic who's like starting to bald, so they got hair plugs because they thought their career was gonna go bad. And I'm like,
that's fucking wild.
Why? You're a comedian. Why do you have to look good?
I just go up wearing what I fucking wore to work that day.
Yeah.
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 It doesn't fucking matter.
Though I do notice, and I'm sure you all know, but like there's certain people that have like an iconic specific, like I got to wear this specific item or this on my face, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's also like, I mean, some people, I mean, for me personally, I do have shirts that I will wear for shows because it's like, it's more of a superstition thing than it is a other thing. Like this is a show that I've done well in and people aren't distracted by. Because a lot of my shit like has stuff on it. So it's like if this isn't distracting enough or if it makes people not like me immediately that it has like the devil on it or something, then I have to be like, okay, that's fine.
That is something I never thought about until you, and now I kind of do that too, where I'm like, all right, I had a great set in this shirt, so I know I can wear this shirt again.
Yeah, 100%.
Because sometimes I don't know how the audience is viewing me, and I'm like,
yeah, right. Because that's the only thing I'm thinking about, really, other than like, it's like, yeah, do I think about that I'm fat? Sure. Yeah, we all everybody's thinking it. You know, we all know. I don't know. Who cares?
Yeah, it's like whatever.
Like if it's just so crazy to me that people want comedians to be hot when you never have wanted to listen to a hot person talk in your entire life. I've never once like saw a hot person and been like, I wonder what they have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why? Who cares? I don't care what you have had an easy life.
True. Well, it seems like a lot of people are like rich kids are attractive.
Dude, that is so many of these fucking any comic that like most of the comics live in fucking New York or LA. Not most of them, but a lot of them. They fucking are like their parents pay their rent and they just fucking
That's
go
wild to
and then
me.
they just do stand up. And it's like, oh, you guys don't have fucking 4 jobs? That's crazy. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Like we're doing the same show and you guys have no jobs and I have 4 jobs. That's crazy.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's wild, man. But what are you gonna do? You know,
I'm gonna quit comedy. That is no, I mean truly though, it's like at some point it's just, you know, people don't care about jokes. Kyle Kinane posted a thing today, a clip that was like, I don't do crowd work, I fucking won't do it.
yeah, I don't. I'll like do it if I am thrown into a situation where I have to, but I don't like to do. I
Yeah,
want to do
it's not
material.
fucking. I don't. He's like, you didn't pay me to find out where this guy works. It's
Right.
like, yeah, dude. And then he did a funny thing where he was like, all right, let's do this kind of crowd work. And he was like, what's your name? Aaron. He's like, well, ask me what I do for work. He's like, what do you do for work? He's like, I'm a comedian. Anyways, the other day I was, which is very funny. It's like a funny way to just get out of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't know. That's what, and most of the clips you see online are just fucking dog shit. Where you work? Oh, are you guys fucking?
I like Paul Mercurio's crowd work because he like got to know people. Because I see some guys that literally just go around to every person in the room. What do you do for a living? What's your name? What do you do? What's your name? And I'm like, you're not like actually. That's not even getting any. Like, what is the point of that? I don't understand. But like,
Well, that's it's the base level where you're like, because there's people that go deep. Yeah, there's people that will go deep, and if that's your whole thing, absolutely.
well, he would crush when he does that, but then when he tried to go back into stand-up material, it's just not good.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's fucking you fucking bury yourself with that. It's also just like it's a lot of the times it's cheap magic. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's like magics that you bought out of a book, like a magic trick that you bought out of a book.
Yeah, it's fun to like address the room up top just so people know you're
Yeah.
like live, but then I don't want to like sit and have a conversation.
That's what I try to do every time. If I can get a couple of hot riffs off and then be like, here's my jokes, then it's like, you know, I'm in the moment. I'll comment on things. I'll comment on people, whatever. But I'm not going to, I don't care.
Right.
I don't care what you do. I don't care how long you've been together. I care if you're not laughing. And
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, because I like performing and I like doing stuff, but I don't like having. I'm like socially awkward. I don't like having conversations necessarily with you. So that's like not why I'm up here. Is to like.
But it feels like a totally different persona you have to have where you're like, it just sucks.
Yeah, but I mean, it also does feel like a lot of people don't care about jokes anymore, and it's all. That,
Yeah, man, you fucking write a fucking perfect joke, and then people are like, "Yeah, that's good. That's why you're good at this." And it's like, "Cool, okay."
Speaking of which, what's going to happen now when Twitter, if Twitter goes away?
I don't know.
People
all those
go back to
jokes,
Facebook.
people could just. take.
Yeah, all the jokes people can steal.
Well, I was thinking about all the times you would like tweet a joke, and someone would be like, "Hey, that's my joke. I tweeted it 2 weeks ago or something." And then people would like fight, and now I'm like, it's all just gonna be gone, and now no one owns any of these jokes.
Well,
you
it's
dumb
also
fucks.
like it was always also the like most baseline fucking bullshit too. It was like,
Yeah.
you know, we're like during COVID, people would get in fights with each other, and it's like, hey, we're all talking about the same fucking thing, and we're all locked in our houses. Why are you guys arguing about whatever fucking dumb mask joke you made? You know, who
Yeah.
gives a shit? It's just like my first thought when anybody does something that has been done before, I'm like, tell them. And then be like, I know you, I'm like 99.9% you didn't steal it.
right.
It's okay. Like, you know what I mean? It's all right.
Well, most of the people we know aren't joke thieves. Like, there's certain people that it's like, oh, well, you know, that's like their MO.
Yeah, right. But it's also like, I don't know.
Really? I haven't noticed people
No,
like that.
not-
It wouldn't be anybody you've probably come into contact
No,
with.
they're
Okay.
not really part of the scene anymore.
It's like, wow, there's really people like that still.
No, I think everyone that we have right now, like, actually cares and like.
Yeah.
Well,
works on
literally
their
though,
material
if
for
you
the most part.
also, I read somebody said this and I thought it was really good. But if you've never written a joke that somebody else has already written, it's like you're not writing enough. You know what I mean? Like you're not fucking pushing yourself enough. Fucking literally last night I wrote a joke And I did it on stage, and then I came off stage, and I was like, I feel like somebody did that joke already.
Yeah.
This is about I hated sleepovers as a kid because I'd always fall asleep first, so my friends would draw dicks.
Oh,
on
I
my
did
face.
that.
You did this joke? It would be very funny if I stole it.
But it's a
from
very
you.
common.
Yeah, that's a common premise.
Yeah.
But so they would always draw dicks on my face, and the worst part was that they traced them. And I was like,
Yeah.
where have I heard the trace thing before? And I was like, man, it is funny, but like where? And then I came off, and I was talking to Carl about it, and he was like, dude, somebody has had to say that before. And we like fucking did a little research, and it was like, oh, fuck. John Doerr, in one of his Conan sets, when he is talking about when it rains and all that. Do you remember that set where he takes off his shirt and there's a dick on his thing?
I don't know if I've seen that. Have I seen that?
Yeah, this is like from like, dude, this has got to be like 2014, 2000, maybe
Ah, okay.
12.
I thought I've seen all his. I watched his new special through Helium too lately.
Yeah, it was great. I liked it a lot. I mean, I just like watching him do it.
Yeah, I love. He seemed so just like he wasn't even really doing jokes. He was kind of
No.
like talking about his new life and. Because when we saw him, I didn't even know he moved to Alaska. We saw him at Helium. And he was like, yeah, I moved to Alaska. I was like, what the fuck? But he has one line that killed me about raising someone else's kid. It's a really funny joke. But
Great, you want to tell it?
no, I shouldn't tell it. But check it out. Check out John Doerr's Helium
Tell
special.
the
It's on
fucking
YouTube.
joke. That is more of a promotion than fucking.
Well,
not
they
tell
didn't
the
telling
joke.
someone's bits. I'm not gonna ruin it.
What do you mean? You stupid fuck. Tell the fucking joke so people will be like, oh, that is really funny. I'll go watch it.
Well, I don't remember how it goes.
Jesus fucking Christ. Well, I'm sure I'll do it in 7 years on stage. And I'll be like, man, who did that joke? That's really funny.
No, it's something about because he's raising someone else's kid, and then he's like, I'm in their life, and then I found out this guy doesn't want to be in my child's life. And it was really, I fucking see. That's why I didn't want to tell it. I knew I'd butcher it because I don't remember how it goes, but it was very funny. It made me laugh.
Great bit.
Thank you. But we saw him in the crowd. See, he's like a guy who's like so funny, and he's never had like a special or an album before.
Yeah.
And even when we went and saw him in Helium, when he finally came back, because he like said he also had a seizure, bringing that back up again. But I don't know what happened with him. He seems okay now. But
Thank God.
we
Yeah,
saw
thank God you could actually hear the joke done well.
no
not
one,
Jeremy's fucking dipshit version of
and
it.
no one. My flight kicked in, and no one in the crowd knew him. Like he's like a guy where people that come out still don't even come. Like they aren't his fans.
Yeah.
And he did this bit where he's like, you know what I just realized the other day? I've never had an epiphany. And all the people in the crowd were like, you just did, man. You just did. And I'm like, do you not know that we're at a comedy show and it's like a fucking joke?
It's crazy. That is crazy. Man, he has some of my favorite jokes, though, where he like, yeah, I just got back from performing for the troops. And then everybody claps and is like, yeah, it was the Taliban. I'll do anything for money. He's so fucking funny, dude. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's
He's
isn't
so
that
naturally seems loose. That's
Isn't
why I
that
like,
isn't that so fucking scary? To where like somebody like him or like Rory even. I mean, Rory even. Like I mean, yeah, Rory can sell out a couple places, but and like he does sell tickets, but like, man, people do not know who that guy is though.
Yeah. And I think it's I feel like people know Rory more than they know John Doerr.
They do, but
yeah, I mean, he's like, what is that term? Killing in obscurity. He's just,
yeah, he had a fucking joke about. He used to do a thing about how Hitler had he had a great command of language. You just imagine you see Hitler in concert, you know, and Hitler's on stage and he goes, "The Nazi Party is the greatest party for the German people." And he goes, "Sorry, I'm not very good with accents." That was more French than anything.
So this is why it's like a crime that he doesn't have albums because
Yeah.
like you have to see him live to like remember all these jokes. 'Cause
Yeah. There's like 4 or 5 sets online.
Yeah.
And 2 of them are fuck around sets with Rory, you know? So it's like, yeah, dude. Fucking wild. Well, how'd you want to wrap this up there?
What were we talking about before we got sidetracked
You're
with John
at
Doerr?
43 minutes right now.
What were we talking about before we got sidetracked with John Doerr?
We were talking about people commenting. We were talking about hot comics. We were talking about sex, baby. We're
Fuck,
talking
we
about.
lost the thread. What was it? We were like getting into something, and then we sidetracked to promote John Doerr.
We were talking about jokes.
Doing jokes that had already been done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Doing
yeah,
have
jokes that already been done. That's
What's
right.
a joke that you've already done that has been done? It's never happened to me.
No, it
I'm
has.
completely original.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. When I was like younger, and I would write a bunch of jokes, and then when I saw one on TV, it like empowered me and it made me think I could like do this. And now when I do it, when it happens, I get like frustrated.
Yeah, well, because you're like, fuck, dude, somebody else has already, like, you'll have like a fucking bit where you're like, oh man, this was fucking killer. That happened to Phil Pointer. I had to tell Phil because him and Jeff Osmus have a joke that's the same about
really?
how, why don't conservative, because, well, Jeff doesn't, is like cunty. Why don't conservatives like abortion? I mean, it's just dead liberals.
Yeah.
They're not killing any farmers. But Phil, Phil has the same. So I had to be like, Phil, he's already put it up.
Yeah, that's funny though. Well, I mean, like people keep telling me that Schubert's doing my joke now, and he did that put it on tape show, so I guess it's not mine anymore.
What joke is it?
Well, mine is about my dad, and I say the my mistake thing, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. And I think his is different, but everyone keeps bringing it up to me. But I guess he says something about like some girl called him an accident. He's like, yeah, that's what my parents call me or whatever or something.
I guess it's, yeah, I mean, it's similar, but it's not like, I don't know.
You could fight
it's
him.
Like,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
could
know.
fight his ass, dude.
I've also been doing that joke for like a while now, I feel like.
But also, I mean, it's not like, I don't think he was like, I saw Jeremy and now I'm going to do this joke. I mean,
No,
like,
that's what I mean. I don't mean like,
right.
there was one that I was mad about or I was annoyed about because like it was like the first joke I had that was like really, really good.
What, the spit in the tip cup
Yeah,
thing?
the spit in the tip cup thing. And then like 5 years later, Chris Fairbanks tweeted it, and he's like, I was always confused when I played the piano at this lounge that people would spit in my tip. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding. But it
Yeah,
took him
dude.
like 5 years to, so it's like, who knows? Because like Brent Terhune put out an album with like all these jokes that are all now memes, and everyone's like, that's not your friend's joke. I was like, yeah, it is. He wrote it before all this shit
he's
happened.
the one who wrote the meme, and then the meme people took it. I mean, dude, like fucking 3 or 4 of my tweets are not my tweets anymore.
Yeah.
They're just fucking, now they're just part of internet ether. And it's like, man, that sucks. Sometimes it's like that, like a tweet will live on because, and with your name on it. But man, people just fucking, well, if they think they can, they'll just take it.
Well, that's why I tried to get away from writing jokey jokes, because the more jokey jokes I wrote, the more I'd see them just turn into like memes, because anyone can make it and turn it into a thing or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, man, that's always been your problem.
No, it just got annoying because I was like, this is really funny. And then I'd see a meme of it or something later and I'd be like, God damn it.
Yeah.
But it'd be like 2 years later, and it's because I didn't do anything with it, so it's my fault. But
Well, that's why you gotta put a camera on at all times, and
I guess that's the thing now.
have a timestamp for when you ask the crowd what they do for work, and you say, I did it before this guy did it. Look at this. It was at 8:04.
I don't care. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of crossover, because that's why like people that are really good at stand-up make it seem so simple, but it's not.
Yeah, it's like the most complicated thing in the
Because
world.
it's like, why is everything that I try to write to be original feel so complicated? And I see someone just talk about the most simplest stuff, but it's still like a new joke.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I am like overthinking everything all the time.
Well, that's how it is. I mean, sometimes it's just like fucking people making a funny face.
Well, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I don't know. I guess I fucking shouldn't think about words ever. I should just make a fucking goofy face and be like, like,
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, what? You see the face he made?
But if you're hot and you make a funny face, it's funny because you're not supposed to look like that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to look like that. People already think my face is funny.
Maybe it's because I look like a cartoon, but I've noticed people react more to act outs.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, people react when but all my act outs are me fucking yelling or just being insane.
I accidentally did like a Norm joke for like a year that I didn't know.
Right, exactly. It's like, but that fucking, it
Then
also
over
feel,
COVID,
but it
I was
also,
just watching a bunch of Norm shit, and I was like, oh fuck, he
But
and I
also,
didn't even know.
it feels good. Like it feels good because it feels bad because you're like, damn,
Yeah.
that sucks. I bet somebody thinks I just stole that joke. But you're also like, oh, I wrote something that also Norm wrote.
Yeah.
I like when I found out last night that John Doerr had done a joke where he's like, it looks like they traced it, like, which is like, it's not the same, but it is the same. And I was like, oh, that's sick though. John Doerr rocks. Like that's cool. Like that feels good to me, you know? But yeah, well, we really fucking had a hot first 30 minutes. And then we were just like, oh God, why are we doing this?
I thought if I brought up being hot, it would lead into a conversation. I mean, for it to get
Why
so
do you think
serious.
you're not hot though?
No, I'm not saying I'm not hot.
Whoa. Are you hitting on my fucking co-host, dude?
I'm not hitting on him. I'm just telling him facts.
No, I know I'm out of shape and stuff. I don't care about being. I never cared about my looks. That's the thing.
Yeah.
And now I hate that it's like become a thing because that was always the thing that I was like against.
Well, maybe that's why you are as attractive as you are, is because you don't.
No, that's not it. But
Yeah, it's your nonchalant attitude
Like-
to people having seizures and
like my mom always
Committing
like,
suicide.
they made fun of me because my mom always bought my clothes because I never cared what I wore. It just they weren't a priority to like buy clothes. And that's why he gets mad. I was like, stop wearing the brewery clothes. I'm like, well, they give me free clothes. I don't.
Yeah, I had that same attitude, but I went to a Catholic school in the hood. So, like, on days where we got to wear our street clothes, I got ripped apart, dude. I would go in with, like, fucking three-button polos from, like, the Walmart boys section and, like FUBU shoes and shit like that.
they didn't even like your like fucking
bleached jeans.
Naruto shoes or anything.
Nah, dude, I didn't get into that till much later.
I remember one time I was wearing a white polo and this girl, it's like hot girl in my class was like, oh, what's that? Is that like a grass stain on there that you're out there like playing ball? And I was like, no, it's a grease stain. Like the grossest person in the world.
No, it's from a burger I was eating. Don't wear white after Labor Day.
You just lied.
Well, I went to a Catholic school and we were told not to lie, but
I'm with you. I lied all the time, though.
oh, I did too. I lied
all
down.
the
I
time.
slept through like all my classes.
Lied down with men. Leviticus.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that.
All right, that was a good place to stop.
Yeah.
All right, you ready? 1,
2,
2,
3. White guys.
Yay.